WebinarPal review. Hey there, welcome to my review of WebinarPal. We're going to take a quick look at the demo of how this software works, as well as go through the one-time offers and the upsells as part of the sales funnel for WebinarPal. My name is Adam from Web Traffic Toolkit. I generate a full-time income on the internet with digital marketing, focusing in on traffic generation and list building. And I've been doing this working from home for over 10 years now, which is really cool. So hopefully all that experience will help you out as you research WebinarPal. If you click the link in the video description below, you can discover my #1 recommended online system to plug into right now. It's a complete done-for-you system and an excellent way to get going building up that realistic income on the internet. So click the link in the video description below for my #1 recommended online system. So WebinarPal is actually different to a lot of the AI and ChatGPT software and tools that are being released recently, which is the hype and buzz. And this focuses on webinar software where you can host meetings and video conferences and webinars. So it's a cool new approach to a product launch. Webinar software used to be very popular, good maybe 7-8 years ago or so. That used to be the buzz. The trend was webinars and automated webinar services where you were taught how to sell high-ticket products via an automated webinar, and conversions used to be very high for that. High earnings per click, a good way to try and get some money back from paid advertising. And webinars are still used nowadays and still work, but there's not as much hype around them as there were around 10 years, 7 years ago or so. So it's interesting to see a new webinar launch. But this is not just for internet marketing style webinars, however. This is more video conferences and things like that. So it's not just like an automated webinar where you're promoting an affiliate offer. So you can invite people to live meetings and conference calls, whether it's audio or video. You can also upload a pre-recorded webinar where some people will attend live to watch a pre-recording, and then you can interact live via the chat with people as they have questions, or you can stream everything live. So it basically gives you everything, all the features you would get from typical video conferencing softwares and webinar softwares all into one members area as part of WebinarPal. And there's likely to be more bandwidth and more people to invite per webinar at a low price with this Warrior Plus launch. So you can save money and get all the same sort of features compared to maybe using one of the top webinar services for commercial use. However, with various internet marketing launches, I always prefer in most cases just to go through the proven, well-trusted authority company for a specific software tool rather than a Warrior Plus launch from a vendor who may be launching a new product every month. I get the impression they could get a bit overwhelmed and not properly able to maintain each product. So for example, a specific AI writing software, I would prefer to go to a professional AI writing company or an autoresponder company rather than go via a Warrior Plus launch where everything's packaged into one at a lower price. However, there are savings to be made for internet marketing type people who do go for these all-in-one Warrior Plus packages. This is one of the main features I like, is the drawing tool, so you can have live interaction and training and teach people things. Whether you're trying to explain a concept or train them on something, that can be a really good teaching tool as part of the webinar, is to be able to draw kind of like live paint, draw icons and things like a whiteboard, but on the webinar. So that was one of the main features I quite liked with WebinarPal. So there's nothing brand new in the industry with this. It's just basic webinar video conferencing tools, the ability to draw on the whiteboard, to upload pre-recorded videos, to do it live, whichever you want, interact with people. So if you don't already have a webinar software and you want to do live video conferencing and have those sort of features, WebinarPal could be a useful first step into that if you don't already have that type of software. This is not one of those softwares where it's a very focused sales funnel creator around automated affiliate marketing webinars. And that would be my preferred approach to webinars, would be to promote automated webinars as an affiliate, where I'm driving traffic to a webinar registration page, building my email list and auto-registering people to view a webinar for a high-ticket product where I will earn a commission from that, or running my own automated webinar with my own video and getting high-ticket commissions from that. This is not one of those all-in-one, very focused, automated webinar sales funnel creators, like you may try and create with ClickFunnels or other specialized tools, but you can integrate webinar type functionality with this. It's just not focused on that high ticket automated webinar sales approach, and that would be my preferred focus with webinars nowadays. There's a sales funnel, there's a pro version upgrade, which costs around $37 to $47, and that gives you additional bandwidth in terms of inviting people there, multiple levels of meetings, premium support, the audio podcast option, the video audio indicator, and unlimited attendees. That's the pro level upgrade. With a lot of these software upgrades, I'm always skeptical because when I look at the OTOs, I always got the impression, or I presumed, that type of feature was for free packaged into the front end offer, and then you discover you've got to pay a bit extra for some of the features you thought you got anyway. So that's why I'm skeptical about these upgraded offers as part of software, but they give you additional features. There's an upgrade number 2 where you get a commercial license, so I presume you can create webinar funnels and webinars for your clients rather than doing it just for yourself. Then you get the whiteboard and streaming option as part of OTO number 2, and also a private cloud server dedicated to your own files. There's a video hosting option for OTO number 3 where you can host your own videos and get an additional video player. OTO 4 is where you can convert ebooks and text into podcasts and webinars and meetings, so you can actually create webinars automatically based on text you already have using AI. There's also an agency license where you can create these tools and webinars for your clients, and finally a reseller option as the final upgrade where you can resell WebinarPal as an affiliate marketer for a commission bump as a Warrior Plus affiliate. So people who like products often buy these reseller licenses so they can promote the product at a higher rate of commission. So that's the final reseller license as part of the WebinarPal sales funnel. Anyway, hopefully my ramblings on WebinarPal, how this all works, was of help to you. With what I do with my internet marketing is focus on traffic generation to squeeze pages, building my email list and getting daily clicks, enjoying that process of getting daily clicks day in, day out to affiliate sales pages. So the softwares and the tools and the AIs and the different ways of presenting things, whether it's by webinars or pre-recorded videos, I try not to get too distracted in that. The simple process of driving traffic to landing pages and getting clicks to affiliate sales pages, that's what works with internet marketing. And if you want to discover my number 1 recommended system to plug into right now for that, then click the link below, click the link in the video description below for my number 1 recommended online system. And it's a really excellent way to build up that realistic income on the internet. So check out the link below for my top recommended system. Thanks again for checking out my WebinarPal review. All the best and speak soon.